So I think I can relate to every man watching this, where when we meet like a new girl, like if we message a girl on Facebook or Instagram, or we match with her on a dating app, or we met her in person, and it seems like a girl that we would like to start talking to, well, naturally, because it's a new woman, our dopamine is going to be a lot higher, and talking to this girl because she's new into your life is going to be very exciting. At some point in time, whether you're dating, in a relationship, or married, the woman will naturally pull away from you. And that's because women act based on how they feel. Now, your behavior can absolutely dictate when and how long she does this. And I'm going to talk about how to fix this towards the end of the video. But if you're ever in a situation where you find yourself texting a girl and she starts taking longer and longer to reply, or she might ghost you and then come back like a couple days later, or her responses to you went from being like very long to like very short and to the point, well, she's starting to pull away from you, and it's likely because you're texting her too much. And this is assuming that you're a guy watching this video that constantly texts a girl or like DMs them. So I done this in the past. I'll be honest with you. I used to be that guy before I knew how attraction between men and women work. I used to be that guy that would text my girlfriends and DM them like all day, every day. In my head, I thought, well, if I'm constantly talking to them and I'm constantly going back and forth with her, well, if I'm constantly talking to her, she's going to like me more, and that'll increase the chances of me being able to hang out with her. And it's actually the opposite. And so I'm going to go through each reason why I've got listed out right here that she's going to pull away after you text too much. And then I'm going to tell you how to fix this. There's really only two ways that you can fix this. So the first one is she's just getting bored of talking to you. Like if you're talking to a girl all day, every day, and you're constantly in her face, it almost becomes like a chore to text you. And think about it, like if you're no longer enjoyable to talk to her, she feels like she has to reply back to you, because if she doesn't, she's gonna feel guilty or whatever. I don't know why girls, they just feel that way. Then yeah, she's gonna take her time to text you, and at that point, if she's just bored or taking you for granted, she's just getting back to you at that point just to get back to you. So if you're constantly in this girl's face and you're constantly talking to her, that excitement of you being a new guy in her life and her being a new girl in your life is going to naturally dissipate. If women act based on how they feel, we want them to feel really good about talking to you. And if you create a sense of mystery, there's always going to be a little bit of excitement when it comes to hearing from you and responding back to you. So the second one is going to be they know you like them more. So if a girl knows, and she can tell based on how you're communicating, how, like, if you're flirting with her but she's not flirting back, if she's sending you a couple sentences and you're sending her like paragraphs back, the girl's going to know that, okay, this dude clearly is way more into me than I'm into him. And if a girl thinks you like her more than she likes you, well, of course she's going to take her sweet time to get back to you. Even if she doesn't like you, she knows that she could disappear again for like a couple hours or a day or two, and then when she wants some attention, she can text you and you're always going to be there. So before I go into the next point, I need you guys to understand how men and women get validation. Men get validation from physical intimacy. This is why we like, being physical with women. That's just what drives our ego. Women, on the other hand, want to feel like they're wanted by men. So if you're constantly texting a girl and you're displaying that you like her more, well, she's going to feel like she's wanted, and therefore she's getting what she wants, which is attention and validation and compliments and whatnot, but you're not getting what you want, which at the end of the day is sex and romance. The next one is going to be they have figured you out. So if you're ever talking to a girl and she's constantly asking you like personal questions, or if she doesn't, you're telling her about yourself, which you should never do. You should never, unless it fits the situation where like you can make a comment, like if she says something and then you can relate to it with your own personal story, that's fine. But you should not go out of your way to talk to a girl about yourself. You want the girl to ask you personal questions, because if a girl starts asking you personal questions, that's a green flag that she likes you enough to want to get to know you. If a girl did not like you, she would not ask you personal questions, okay? Just remember that. Women are like cats, whereas they're naturally and instinctively curious. This is why women watch crime shows. This is why they love reading romance novels and drama shows, because they're trying to figure out what's going to happen in the story. They just want to figure things out. If you're telling her everything about you, well, she no longer has to like work to pull this information out of you. Something I've picked up on over the past year when it comes to interacting with women is I'm starting to notice a pattern that women, they like when they're like in the jobs that they're in, women want to feel mentally engaged, meaning they want to like mentally work to do their job and figure things out so they can become, like tired at the end of the day mentally. When a girl is watching dramas or romance novels or asking you questions, what is she doing? She's mentally engaging with you. That's what she's trying to do. So if she figures you out, she's going to go back to just being bored of talking to you because she has no reason to. She already knows everything about you. She's going to move on and talk to a different guy who she's having a hard time getting a hold of. The next one is they might believe that you're not into them. This one I would say isn't like the most common one, but if a girl really likes you and she's really hoping that you're gonna ask her out, because a majority of women will not like say like, hey, we should go out, or they won't ask you out. It's a man's job to ask a woman out initially up until her emotions get engaged, and that's usually when you guys hook up and have sex for the first time. Then the woman is going to start naturally pursuing you. You two started talking and she really likes you, and you guys have been talking for like a couple days, but you've never asked her to hang out. Well, then she's going to pull away because she's going to start believing that you just don't like her romantically like she might like you. And in that case, she's going to move on to somebody else that she wants to be with potentially romantically, or see where things go, and hope that he asks her out. So that is a potential. And then the last one I have right here is you're not giving them time and space to think about you so their feelings can grow. Because women act based on how they feel, if a woman's not hearing from you and she really likes you, in that space away from you, she's got to sit there and wonder, what are you doing? Who are you with? Why aren't you talking to her? What's going to happen is because you're constantly on her mind for whatever questions she's got running through her head, her emotions are getting engaged because she's thinking about you. And if she's thinking about you, her interest in you is going to go up. Women know this. Women instinctively know that they need to get away from you so they can have their feelings for you grow. This is why if you're constantly in a girl's face, and like I told you, I used to do this because I didn't know this back then. I thought it was the opposite, and it's not. So women know that if you're always in their face, they don't have to have time away from you to think about you and miss you. They're going to think about another guy that is not texting them all day, every day. They're going to think about the dude that they might only hear from maybe a couple times a day. Whereas for you, you message them back, immediately as soon as they text you. And you're doing that all day. So how do you fix this? There's only two ways, okay? So number one, I always say that you should only use the phone to set dates, and that's it. In a situation where it's okay to talk to a girl over the text, like over the phone, is if you like matched with her on a dating app, or if you're messaging her on like Instagram or Facebook, and you guys have not met in person, so you don't really know what this girl's like, it's okay to message them, I would say, up until you think the interest is mutual. So if you start messaging a girl and you're on like Facebook or Instagram, right, and you can see the effort is the same for both of you, well, then you can ask her to either hang out, or you can say, hey, let's move this over to the phone, a little more personal environment. And then if you start talking to her over the phone after like a day, then you're like, okay, well, I think this girl likes me because her effort is still the same. Like a day or two later, I'm going to ask her out. And then so what's going to happen is you've decided that, okay, you know what? I think this girl's cool. I think she might like me. She's texting me. So she's communicating with me, but now I need to know if she's actually serious about getting together or not. And so when you go to ask a girl to move to the next step, that could be texting you or that could be setting up a date. Now you're really going to get your answer on if she likes you enough or not. So if you set a date with a girl, and this is why I say you should always ask a girl out as soon as possible. And I just gave you in the situation right here, if you've never met a girl in person, it's okay to slow the process down a little bit, but eventually you want to ask her out as soon as possible, because when you do that, you're going to get your answer on if she actually wanted to see you or she was just talking to you to feel better. And then what I said right here, they might believe you're not into them. Well, if she was waiting for you to ask her out and you ask her out, now she's really going to be excited to see you because she's like, hell yeah, this guy asked me out. Of course I want to see you. Yeah. So you should only use the phone to set dates. Saying like, hey, when are you free to get together? Friday, great. Well, here, Friday at 4 o'clock, meet me here. And then if something changes in the meantime and you can't make it, shoot me a text or give me a call, please. Otherwise, I will talk to you then. And then stop talking to them. Now you're forcing time and space for her to sit there and think about you. And in that time and space, you're also vetting the girl yet again to see if she actually is going to show up for that date or not. Because women will agree to go on or like to hang out with you because in the moment it feels good. Again, because they feel wanted, but when that day comes around to actually hanging out with them, they're going to cancel on you last minute because they just didn't like you enough to want to meet you in person. So that's why we want to use the phone to set dates, because we're going to weed out the girls that are either super insecure or just didn't like you enough and we're using you for validation. Dude, that's been a lifesaver since I've been doing that, man. It is, I mean, the amount of women that you're gonna run into and then disappear just as fast is through the fucking roof, man. When you get those girls that do commit to seeing you in person, those are the girls that you want to hang out with. Because those are girls that are like, yeah, I want to be with you. And those dates are usually going to be much more fun than if you had to like convince a girl to go out with you. That sucks. The next one is going to be match and mirror her effort and response time. So if you notice that she used to text you within like an hour every time you guys went back and forth, and now all of a sudden she's consistently taking like 4 or 5 hours to get back to you, and you will notice this, you should purposely wait 4 or 5 hours to get back to you. Yes, we are playing a fucking game at this point. Relationships are like, it's like a power dynamic. Whoever cares the least has the most power. This is why you want the girl to like you more than you like her. Because if she thinks she likes you more, she's going to work to get your attention, and women like working to get stuff. If she's chasing you, she can't be getting rid of you. So match and mirror her efforts. If she takes 4 hours to get back to you, you fucking take 4 hours or take 5 hours. Go a step below her. If she goes from sending you like paragraphs with a bunch of emojis to now she's only sending you a couple sentences with no emojis, then you do the same thing. The girl will pick up on your behavior change, and that's going to make her question if she likes you, what's going on, and if she's got a question if you still like her or not, or why you're behaving differently, she's eventually going to start acting better, because now her feelings are, she's unsure of where you two stand. And if she's unsure of where you two stand, she doesn't think that you like her, so she's going to work to make things better. See how this works, guys? So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Listen, man, if you're a guy right now that wants help in your pickup, dating, relationship life, click the link in the description, book a call with me, and let me help you, bro. Work with me for an hour, and we'll take care of whatever you got going on, man. With that being said, gentlemen, hey, if you like this video, check out this one right here, man. Super cool. So you're going to like this one as well, and I will see you in the next one.